Hello, beautiful souls and beautiful humans. How are you doing? Rosanna Rosie Glow Hannes here with a little update about current energies because, my goodness, today's a powerful day. I received a little message about Venus conjuncting Uranus on March the 30th, 2023. And the truth is, it doesn't actually matter when you watch this video. This energy comes through to support us to understand what happens when it feels like we're not in control, when it seems like none of our tools are working for us. All that we used to do to get us out of challenging situations isn't working anymore. And we're doing everything we can to overcome a challenging emotional state. What I will say is, when you're not in control, trust your soul. Put your soul in control. Know this is your soul seeking to take over from your conditioning, your limited mindset, your ego programming that is used to running the show and keeping you going in an endless loop of the same old shit, thinking that somehow you're moving forward. So if you're new to me, welcome to my channel. And this is all about co-creating an idea of a paradise, a collective paradise and a personal paradise. I call it Star Peace Utopia. And this is really about us dreaming our dreams into reality. I work with awakening starseeds, awakening humans who are ready to let their soul take control of their lives, ready to co-create their reality consciously. And in order to do this, they need to access their superpowers, fulfill their soul mission, which comes about through being willing to recognize that their own journey, having their own fulfillment, is an essential part of the process. None of us are here to be fighting and trying to save anyone or anything without recognizing what our inherent needs are too, and giving to ourselves so we can give from an overflowing cup. So if you like the sound of that, please do hit the subscribe button, the notifications button, and also the all videos button so you know every time I'm showing up, because most of the time I show up live. Now, what is going on? So today's supposedly a day of unexpected things happening. I'll just read this out. A cosmic romantic shakeup. This showed up in my inbox today. The electrifying energy of Venus and Uranus is here, and it's going to be a wild ride of intense emotions and unexpected plot twists. These two planets meet once a year, with Venus bringing love, romance, and passion, while wildcard Uranus stirs the energy, delivering unexpected beginnings and endings and unpredictable events. We are urged to fiercely love and value ourselves and refuse to settle for less than we deserve. And this is about deepening or releasing significant relationships, no longer engaging in unreciprocated dynamics, prioritizing self-care and focusing on self-worth and value, and letting those who are important know that they are loved. So what I've been noticing, because we're at the time of me making this video at the point where the equinox in the northern hemisphere, we've just had the equinox, we're moving to the point of the solstice where we have the longest day, whereas in the southern hemisphere it's the other way around. And this is a time of tremendous growth if we allow it to be. But really, the energies have been like all over the place. We had some very powerful shifts on the 23rd of March, and we're moving into a full moon in Libra. Now, the message I received was that this is the time for us to claim I am divine equilibrium. And I'm going to be doing a little energy update about the full moon probably tomorrow. But right now, what this is really about is stopping. Just stopping for a moment, not trying to use your tools to overcome pain and challenge and the things that aren't working for you right now, just to stop for a minute and be in the void. It's almost like allowing yourself to imagine you're at the center of a lotus flower, any flower you like. And instead of running around the outskirts, like literally being pinged about like a tornado, getting swept up in the energies of chaos, just allowing yourself to come into the middle and allowing yourself to be in that space where you can allow everything to be as it is without trying to change it. Accept the pain you're in, accept the confusion you have, accept the not knowing what to do next, accept that, you've left one point in your life which isn't working anymore for you. You've let something go, but you haven't yet arrived at the new destination. You're on the journey and it's foggy. And you're not sure, there's no signs to say which direction you're going. You just have to implicitly trust. And I'd love you to just do that with me for a moment, like literally. Just take a moment, bring one hand to your heart center, bring one hand to your lower belly. And just breathe for a moment. Allow everything that's going on in your world to go on. And imagine yourself, you can just gently spiral on your tailbone. Very, very gently just allow yourself to make tiny little spiraling movements as you're sitting. Letting your spine be straight. Lengthening up, rooting down. And making that movement smaller and smaller until it seems as though you're dancing on the point of a pin. And then this movement becomes literally impossible to see externally. It's an internal dance. And welcome your breath. Remember, your breath is the connection between source, between your soul and your physical body. Extend through the crown of your head and root down through your tailbone. Let yourself be the channel, the acupuncture needle that brings the frequencies that are the high frequency energies of source to this physical earth, the dense planet that we live on. And even if circumstances are incredibly challenging right now, breathe out, root down, accept, settle deep into your being. And call your soul in. Let's just call our soul energy in and say, all right, I am consciously choosing to trust my soul in this moment. I'm choosing to allow everything to fall away that is no longer serving me, to stop trying to make things work that don't work, that aren't actually my true desire. They're just my conditioned desire. And to sit in the mystery, to sit in the not knowing, to accept the fears I have, to accept the concerns, the worries, the challenges that are in my physical reality, and to remember in this moment, I am also the eternal soul that has been through so many lifetimes, that is just temporarily inhabiting this body that I identify with as who I am. I'm choosing to expand my energy, call in the divine support available to me. Call in my guides and teachers of the purest vibrations of love and light. Call in my angels, archangels, my star families, my soul family. Call in the elementals that work through me, support me on this earth plane to co-create, to manifest. And I'm choosing to own that sometimes I really don't know what I want. And as my human self, I have a very limited capacity, limited mindset, limited awareness. But as my soul self, I have a much wider view. So I am allowing my soul consciousness to take over in this moment, to help me to see, to bring to me that which is most aligned with my divine destiny, to allow me to receive without having to do, without having to try, without having to fight, without having to struggle. I'm owning this space and time, this now moment. And I'm calling in source energy, as much source energy as available to me at this point in time, into my cells, my molecules, my atoms, my subatomic particles, my quantum field, and my photon stream. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. Just imagine you're sending an anchor right down to the core of Mother Earth and spreading your roots out and down far and wide. And just as you're rooting down, you're rising up. Okay, here we are. Feel this. So let's let go of the fear of what might happen. And let's release our attachment to the past and what has happened and just fully be here now. And from this point, gently open your eyes, slowly come back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so one thing I've really been noticing with my clients, and I want to speak to this, is we have all these spiritual tools. And when we're feeling uncomfortable, we're feeling wobbly, our mind wants to take over, and we're doing everything we can to try and get out of the state that we're in. Now, yes, we have these tools to support us to transmute one state into another, to alchemize. But firstly, you have to own where you are. There's no spiritual bypassing. There's no toxic positivity. These things are not going to work. No affirmation is going to work if you don't allow yourself firstly to become aware of what's there underneath all the stuff that you want to bring in. I imagine it's like taking something that is a container. You are this container, and shaking it up all of the time, going, let me just do this to make it change. Let me just do this to make it change. And yes, there is a place for raising our frequency. But first of all, we need to know what is there. We need to accept what is there fully without trying to change it. We need to own it. Am I angry? Am I resentful? Am I fearful? Am I feeding a belief about myself that I know is challenging, is limiting, is contracting? Okay, let me not judge this. Let me just see what is here. When I know what is truly here, when I feel what is truly here, when I see and hear myself, then I can start to truly connect to the tools that are going to support me to move from this state into another. But the most powerful tool, especially when you've set powerful intentions in motion, is actually to trust that your prayers have been heard. And the process you're going through now, as uncomfortable as it may be, is actually the process of allowing the past to change. Now, remember, today has been created from yesterday. Tomorrow is being created by today. So it's how you deal with today. You're going to struggle against what's happening. You're going to allow yourself to accept and move with what is, and therefore allow tomorrow to be a different experience. When I say when you're not in control, what I mean is your conditioned self, your egoic self, your programmed self. There's nothing wrong with your ego. It is your conditioning that has been programmed to try and keep you safe according to what your ancestors experienced. It's not necessarily true for you. Maybe you had an early experience yourself as a child that made you form beliefs, or at least decisions that created beliefs. They're actually limiting, and they are now limiting you. So as you start to take away your crutches, which we're all being encouraged into now, all of the self-medicating habits, all of the ways we distract ourselves from our pain, and you just sit with what is there, as uncomfortable as it is, that is when things literally start to shift, because you're bringing awareness, you're bringing light to what has been hidden. That is the most powerful tool you can work with. So we've just rooted down, we've just connected up, called in all of the support, all of the guidance. Trust today for all it brings you, and trust that it's aligning you with your highest path, your most optimal path. Okay? And this optimal path is going to be what allows your soul to lead your life, rather than this programming that is really limiting and can only bring you more of the same, more pain, more struggle, more of what you know. I offer this to you with absolute love. Have a beautiful day. If you'd like to mark your diaries for next Wednesday, I'm going to be hosting the Full Moon Personal Healing and World Service, which is all about Divine Equilibrium. I am Divine Equilibrium. This will be over on my Star Peace Facebook group page. It's a closed group. Link is in the text box below. And if you would like to speak with me about taking a deep dive into clearing the F.E.A.R matrix programming that's running your life and upgrading to the Divine Matrix, which is the platform that your soul can operate from, then please do book a desire mapping call with me. It's complimentary. We get to see what your soul really wants to say to you and what options are available to you in terms of working with myself or my wonderful coaches, and all the different options we have available to you. The key is that you're ready to take some action. Okay, this is not about chatting. This is about making a commitment, taking action, and starting to create the change in your life that you truly want. And your soul will always help you find a way. I love you so much. Remember, you are wanted, you are needed, you are worthy, you are deserving of all that you desire. And it's on its way to you if you allow yourself to be still and to be with what is right now. Okay? See if I can get an update in before next Wednesday about the energies of this Libra full moon. Till then, loads and loads of love. Take care of yourselves and each other.